Deep in the heart of the Australian rainforest lurks a plant so terrifying it's earned the nickname the suicide plant. A single touch can unleash pain so intense that some say it's worse than childbirth, worse than a gunshot wound, even worse than fire. This is the Gympie-Gympie tree, one of nature's most sinister creations. But how did it earn its deadly reputation, and why do people fear it more than any other plant on Earth? Stay with me as we uncover the dark and fascinating story of this botanical nightmare. The Gympie-Gympie tree, Dendrocnide moroides, is native to the tropical rainforests of northeastern Australia and parts of Indonesia. For centuries it grew undisturbed, concealed by the dense, humid jungles. But its sinister properties were no secret to the region's indigenous peoples, who warned of its dangers in hushed tones. When European settlers arrived in Australia in the 19th century, they learned about the Gympie-Gympie the hard way. Imagine this: you're a settler clearing land, brushing up against an unassuming plant. Minutes later, searing, burning pain shoots through your body, and it doesn't stop. Hours turn to days. Days turned to weeks. Some settlers, unable to bear the agony, reportedly took their own lives. That's how the plant earned its chilling nickname, the suicide plant. The Gympie-Gympie tree's true weapon lies in its tiny hair-like structures called trichomes. These hairs are covered in a potent neurotoxin called moroidin. When they pierce the skin, they inject the toxin, triggering a cascade of unbearable pain. And here's the horrifying part: these trichomes can remain embedded in your skin for months, reactivating the pain every time they're touched or even exposed to water. The sensation? Survivors describe it as being set on fire, electrocuted and stung by thousands of bees, all at once. Some have compared the pain to shards of glass being dragged across the skin. Even worse, the toxins can travel through the lymphatic system, causing nausea, swelling and muscle spasms. Despite its terrifying reputation, the Gympie-Gympie tree wasn't entirely useless. Indigenous Australians reportedly used it in warfare, crafting poison-tipped spears with its leaves. But they also respected its power, knowing it was not to be trifled with. Here are some jaw-dropping facts about the Gympie-Gympie tree you might not believe. 1. It can sting through clothing. Thin fabrics won't protect you. Those tiny trichomes can pierce right through, delivering their deadly dose of pain. 2. It's lethal to animals. Horses and dogs that accidentally brush against it have been known to collapse in agony, sometimes dying from the shock. 3. It's still dangerous when dead. Even if a Gympie-Gympie leaf has fallen to the ground and dried out, it can still sting you years later. 4. Protective gear required. Researchers who study the plant wear full hazmat suits to avoid accidental exposure. One wrong move and their day takes a terrifying turn. 5. It smells deceptively sweet. The plant's small, fuzzy leaves and sweet honey-like smell are incredibly misleading. They lure you in, only to deliver unimaginable pain. What makes the Gympie-Gympie tree so uniquely terrifying isn't just its sting. It's the sheer helplessness you feel after touching it. There's no real antidote. Some victims have resorted to burning the affected area or waxing their skin to pull out the embedded hairs. Even then, the pain can last for months. It's a living nightmare, a reminder that in the natural world, beauty can be deadly. So next time you're hiking through the Australian rainforest, remember, not all plants are harmless. The Gympie-Gympie tree is a predator in disguise, waiting for its next unsuspecting victim. Nature is beautiful, yes, but it's also terrifying. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world's scariest plant, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more spine-chilling stories from nature.